conference. I am so concerned, and police commissioner and police minister must take this concern. You cannot continue to send them out there without enough firepower or enough manpower. And I'm calling upon the Prime Minister seriously to consider bringing in police assistance. The Governor for Anger continuously calls for assistance from our regional partners, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Fiji, to come in and assist us where we can. And we cannot deny the fact that we are facing a critical stage in our nation. We are not far from being 50 years. And are we going to go into the country's 50th birthday with a bad history of law and order in our country? Are we going to go out and celebrate independence, knowing behind us there is an issue that needs to be controlled, needs to be addressed? And so, on behalf of the families who have lost loved ones in the islands, the public servants who cannot go to work because they live in fear every day, I'm calling upon the Prime Minister, the Minister for Police, Minister for Defense, the Police Commissioner, and the hierarchies of these agencies to seriously deal with the law and order issue in the country. When you go up to the Highlands today, there's more men walking the streets than women. Where are the women? The women are either fleeing their provinces to go somewhere else that is safe, or being locked away at homes. Not long ago, about 6 months ago, we saw in the Highlands, in Anger province, mothers being brutally murdered. Knives, bush knives were used to kill them, and they were lying all over the place. It was all over social media. It was all over the newspapers. Post Courier took a very good coverage on that. And we need to deal with these issues today. Prime Minister, Police Minister, the Police Commissioner, the Defense Minister, you need to sit down and come up with a workable plan. A plan that will sort out this issue. If you cannot sort it out, I've been talking to the government. In the last parliament, I will call upon the government again, in this parliament again, that there must be a bipartisan approach to the law and order issue in the country. If you cannot handle it, allow others to come in and work with you to sort it out. We cannot allow Papua New Guineans to be murdered at will. We cannot allow people to live in fear in this nation. Our forefathers brought this nation into independence without any bloodshed. And now, in our generation, in our time, we have bloodshed in the hands of our own people. Our greatest enemy in this country is no other but ourselves. If we cannot deal with the law and order issues that we have in our country, you can build all the good infrastructure. You can build all the classrooms. You can build all the health centers. You can build all the roads. You can build all the expensive infrastructure that you want. But if you don't deal with the law and order issues, all those infrastructure that we are building today will be in ashes. And we've seen that happen already. I saw in the social media yesterday and again today, people have dug sections of the Highlands Highway. Millions have been spent to build these roads, and because of law and order issues, we are now digging up the roads. Are we going to spend more money to fix up that section of the road again because of law and order issues? We need to address the law and order issues today. We need to address it immediately. And I'm calling upon the Prime Minister, the Minister for Police, Minister for Defense, and heads of agencies to gather together. Enough of overseas travel. Enough of rugby league and going out and watching rugby in Australia. Enough of going out to Singapore. Enough of Philippines. Going out for short breaks over the weekends. And stay back in the country and deal holistically with the issue of law and order in our country. State agencies, for that matter, have been compromised. Political leaders have to let go of these state agencies. Police commissioner must take full charge of the police, not we policemen. Defense force, for that matter, have to take the hierarchies in the defense force must take charge of the defense force and do the right thing. Protect your men while on duty. At the same time, deal with the issues in the highlands, especially in the upper highlands. It's now affected the lower highlands. And I've been talking about the issues in the upper highlands will gradually creep down to the coastal provinces. It's already happening. Very recently, we had murders here in Port Moresby. The Baruni murder, the young girl who was murdered. The report is yet to be tabled. We are hearing investigations being done. But when can it come before the media? When can we know who are the perpetrators? Something needs to be done. We need to get to the bottom of this. And I'm concerned with the law and order issues in the highlands, because we seem to be sending police up there just to deal with the current issues, but we're not getting to the root issues. Leaders of the highlands must go around and take charge of the root issues. Why this is something and kiraplo tamblo na wako kamata? What's the root issue? Nobody seems to be interested with the root issue, the core issue that continues to ignite these things. Otherwise, we'll continue to spend more money, and not sort out the issues. In the last 4 years, police alone have had record budgets. In last year's budget, police got more than 700 million. In this year's budget, another 700 million. Where's all that money going? Are we hiring more vehicles from our own cronies? Are we putting money away to hire more vehicles? Money going to our friends. And it's not going to the welfare of policemen and women. It's not going to the welfare of servicemen in the defense force. We need to fix up those issues. There's too much hire vehicles, police hire vehicles in Port Moresby alone. There are too many dark glasses going around in Port Moresby. And when you wind that glass down, there is a policeman behind that glass. And yet Parliament has already moved that there shouldn't be any dark glasses anymore in the police force. People need to know who their officers are. And so Prime Minister needs to deal with these issues. You cannot continue to give record budget after record budget to a police commissioner that does not deliver the requirements of law and order in this country. If you cannot do it, somebody needs to move on. Somebody needs to step down and allow another person to come in with new, fresh ideas and run these institutes. Leadership must take control. And I'm calling upon the Prime Minister as a leader, as the Prime Minister of this nation, the Police Minister as Minister of State in charge of the police force, the Defense Minister, to do the right thing. If you cannot fix up the issues, then there is a problem that lies before you. And Papua New Guineans are waiting for answers. I, as the opposition leader, representing the silent majority of people of Papua New Guinea, I'm calling upon the Prime Minister today. Fix up the law and order issues in the country. Fix it up. It's not rocket science. If it was rocket science, we'll be waiting for 20 years, 30, 40 years, 100 years to get to know the solutions. It needs action, and action today. Somebody needs to deal with the law and order issues and get it fixed. There is no leadership currently. There's no leadership. And we need leadership in this country. Somebody needs to bite the bullet and say, I will make the change. And I'm very concerned with lives lost in this country. I am very concerned that every year we talk about more policemen. The country needs to recruit more policemen and women. Yet we leave them at liberty. They have nothing. Policemen and women are struggling, waiting for their allowances, leaving their wives behind. Some of them are even living in settlements, still living in settlements. And we have record budgets after record budgets. So little Sinat Blumi come from the opposition leader's office to the Prime Minister, the Minister for Treasury if he's listening, the Minister for Finance, the Minister for Planning, those who occupy that economic sector office must comply to the budget and deliver the budget where it is due. If there is no money, be honest to yourselves and say there is no money. And fix up the budget books. There's too much misuse in the budget books. Do away with correct PNG for that matter. Do away with it and reprioritize the funds. Put them to the areas that really need the government's attention. I don't know whether some of you have been to Port Moresby General Hospital. I was there last week and I just could not believe that patients who are waiting there on the lines, in the queues, cannot stand any longer, that they've decided to sit up. To the point where they cannot take it any longer because their bodies are weak, are lying down on the corridors of Port Moresby General Hospital, the emergency ward, waiting for doctors to come and attend to them, waiting for nurses to bring drugs, medicines for them. These are areas that need immediate attention. Education for that matter. This is the first term of school, New Year 2025, and schools are still waiting for funding. Our schools are struggling. Because I'm the top goal or leaders believe those in government. Let's sit down and look at the priority areas. We reorganize the budget and deal with areas that require our immediate attention. Let's not spread the resources. If we don't have enough money, you may look at spreading resources. Hand by sword. Let's deal with the core issues and make things happen. Let's change something for a while. The country is crying for a change. Change where people can see it, visible for people to see. I don't know whether some of you have been to the shops. Price book I can go down or not. Price book I can go down. And we hear the treasurer say that the rescue package for homes, what do they call it again? Family assistance package will not be in operation until in August. Why August? August and time one. People are suffering today. They need that relief assistance now, not tomorrow. We cannot wait until August. Families are struggling. Kids are going to school. No blow. People are lining up in the hospitals because of malnutrition, because people are struggling. And so fix up that family assistance package and bring it forward. You cannot leave it until August. Why August? If it happens in August, you have August, September, October. Only 3 months of implementation. And then November you have the new budget coming. So why implement it within 3 months only? You need to bring it forward so that the people of Papua New Guinea, the citizens of Papua New Guinea, enjoy the benefits that the government is preaching about and talking about. So there are plenty issues that I want to talk about. The forex issue is yet to be. Our kina against the US dollar is trading at 0.22 at the moment. You want to travel overseas? You think you quarantine, you go to the airport, Excellency, you're going with nothing. So you might as well stay in the country. Do your business in the country instead of going overseas. The forex issues are still outstanding. They need to be fixed. Cost of fuel. Cost of fuel was announced that in last year, September, price of fuel might go down. The price of fuel still remains high. It has not gone down. So many issues that the government needs to fix. But number one, the law and order issues must be addressed. Let me finish by passing our condolences on behalf of the opposition leadership, myself and my deputy, the seniors in the opposition. We pass our heartfelt condolences to the policemen who have lost their life in the highways, and the army officers as well. To their families, we pass our condolences and we say sorry that your sons, your husbands, your fathers have gone there for service of this nation and they've lost their lives. We say sorry to the families and we pass our condolences to them. To those public servants in the highlands who are going through tough time at the moment because of the law and order situation in the highlands, we also pray that by God's grace you'll be all be kept safe. And I appeal to the tribesmen in the highlands, especially in Tari, the Southern Highlands, the Enga province, the Western Highlands, and now Goroka. I call upon all leaders in the highlands to work together to sort out the law and order issue in the highlands. We from the opposition are with you all, our people up there, and we'll be praying for you and we'll be calling upon the leaders for peace to prevail in the highlands and common sense to prevail. Our children are the future of this nation and our children need to be protected at all costs. Thank you. And that's all.